little bit of my potion. Food for love and healing and grounding. Did you like it?
Yeah. Let me get some of that.
Beautiful. I love having these laid out. Well, here we are. Here we've always been. Brought some of my coral from Hawaii.
When did you go to Hawaii again? Like a month ago?
Like a month ago. This coral is actually from a year and a half ago when I went. But yeah, I was feeling weird about smoking a cigarette for this, but I mean, it is human authentic. It's not something I support, smoking. But then again, if you fart, you fart.
What goes in must come out.
You smoke, you smoke.
Oh, what a beautiful fucking area.
We're not here to force by any means. We're here to allow and expand our awareness.
And share our experience.
Amen to that, brother.
Come on, man.
So shall we?
Let's get into it.
Wonderful. Alright. Since you are the guest for today, as I put it, allow the page to pick you. If there's a question that you've been asking yourself or the world, allow it to come up naturally.
Let's get into the Tao Te Ching.
It's good to laugh.
Okay.
What number did you pick?
This is gonna be uncoincidental, but I got drawn to this picture, dragon, and what would you say is an angel number of mine that I always see? 333 or 2 3s. It's always a 3. And obviously the dragon doesn't have anything on it, but that's 132. There's 32.
32 is my favorite number, always has been. This man knows.
And of course, the page that's drawn to it is page 133, but in the Tao Te Ching, it's page 49.
Okay.
Or chapter 49.
If you will.
Let's get into it. It says, "The master has no mind of her own. She understands the mind of people. Those who are good she treats as good, and those who aren't good she treats as also good. This is how she attains true goodness. She trusts people who are trustworthy, and she also trusts people who aren't trustworthy. This is how she gains true trust. The master's mind is shut off from the world. For only the sake of people does she muddle her mind. They look into her anticipation, yet she treats them all as her children."
Yeah, sit with that. Only you can prevent forest fires. Okay. with that. Could be a word. That could be a word.
This is how she gains true trust.
And I'll say this, this goes to you, this goes to anybody watching. When it comes to the Tao, or the way, or the flow, or the path, there is no wrong interpretation.
Mm.
So, in your words, what did you take from that?
I'm trying to understand the meaning of true trust. Because I myself, I can envision from my own experience that I've been at, and I don't want to say fault, but I'll just say how I feel. Trusting people and only seeing the good is something that I'd say is a character defect of mine. Or is it really just, as they say, true trust? What do you think true trust is?
Well, first off, I must say, you brought up character defect. I think that's a character asset, being able to see the good in people always. But, I put it like this. A fool does not learn from his own mistakes or hers. An intelligent man or woman learns from their mistakes, and a wise man learns from the mistakes of others, or a wise woman. But yeah, I'd say that's a character asset of yours, Fred. Being able to see the good in others.
Yeah, even when they can't.
Might I?
Go for it. Anything in particular shine out to you? Call out to you?
Well, let's look at this. It ends with, and it's referring to the master. I like how in the Tao, they refer to the master in a feminine sense. It almost brings me to Mother Earth, or the mother that you call for. But it says, they look to her in anticipation, yet she treats them all as her children. And then, and I think, okay, well, what does it mean to be a child or live like a child? And I think to look at things with innocence, not for who are you to me, or who am I to you, or how do I perform in a way that pleases you, but as a child of just like a glimmer of awe, of just appreciation. And I think, it goes back to this whole channel of authentic awareness. It just, maybe that's part of it. It's just coming back to that childlike sense of awareness, just that authentic, pure, genuine. It is.
I see what you mean by that. I also took it as a perspective of that reading was that mother sees everyone to be as her children. Which, in the perspective as a parent, I would say I hope most parents, but when you look at your children, you love them unconditionally. And so, whether or not, as the reading goes, trusting people for, how did it go? It was,
she trusts people who are trustworthy. She also trusts people who aren't trustworthy.
Right, and I find that kind of amusing because I deal with that with Camila. And for those of you who don't know, I have 2 daughters, a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. My 3-year-old, Camila. Whenever something happens at the house or like she creates a little mess, you know, at first her reaction is to say no. That wasn't me, you know? No, I didn't do that. Or she'll blame it on Ashlyn, her sister. And as the parent, I know what really happened, you know?
Yeah.
You understand, we all do. And, you know, you love her through her reaction to say no because she doesn't want to get in trouble. And mother trusts those who, you know, aren't being their authentic in that way. And it's unconditional love. And
Describe that. Tell us about that unconditional love, because I feel like you have a beautiful experience being a father to learn what that means. Yeah, tell us about unconditional love. I mean, a lot of us look for that, but yeah, tell us what you know of unconditional love.
I mean, loving someone, not even about, there's nothing, it really has nothing to do with like flaws or defects. I think it really boils down to just loving someone for who they are authentically. Like, you have these societal views on how people should be and what's normal, like we were talking about earlier. What is normal?
What is normal? Fucking, I mean, this was told to me by a lovely woman by the name of, should we say names? Or should we keep it anonymous?
We can keep it anonymous, but we can say for now maybe a mentor of ours.
Yeah, a mentor of ours came to me once, and because anybody that knows us, we're anything but normal, and I don't think that's ever been the goal, which is a beautiful thing that's brought us together, is that this authentic, what am I saying, stay weird, right? Sprouts from is just that. But no, she got into it of kind of explained it that this was like a construct that came up somewhere around the 1950s of like normal was to have the father who goes out, works, is the breadwinner, while the mother stays home and is the nurturer and takes care of the children, of 1 to 2 children with a white picket fence, and 40-hour weeks, and all this was like the normal. But everyone, and this what I'm about to say comes from a beautiful reading. It's called the God Memorandum. It's chapter 10 out of The Greatest Miracle in the World by O.G. Mandino. But he talks about this, and he says, rarest of the rare, a priceless treasure. One of qualities and characteristics, and this goes to anybody and everybody. The beautiful thing about being human, it's one of the beauties I find, is that never in all the 70, 80, however many billions of people that have been on this planet, has there ever been anyone exactly like you. And never till the end of time will there ever be another such as you. Why value yourself in pennies when you are worth a king's ransom? And that's something that I really want to bring to this channel, is just like expose yourself to the truth of how magnificent and pure and one of a kind your worth is. Because you are the rarest thing that will ever live. And without that, I lived without that belief for a very long time. It kept me enclosed. And with fear of being itself. You know, the thoughts similar to what we were talking about earlier of who am I to you, or what are your perceptions of me, and how can I act in a way that fits that, and all of this, and kind of what we were listening to Alan Watts earlier, one of our favorites, and you know, he's getting into this. I actually wrote down something I wanted to pull about that.
Beautiful. Let's hear it.
And let's see, where was I? Right. I love how we have the same laugh. That's how you know we spent a lot of time together. It got into the art, what I'd call the art of not taking things personally, which is a beautiful, to not take things personally, one of the 4 agreements, if anybody's ever read that book. Very simple to be said, but it takes practice. Like, the honest truth is, it takes practice not to take things personally.
No doubt, yeah.
And it's one of those things, like anything in life, takes consistency, takes work, it takes effort, it takes thought of... Yeah, what it is it's CBTs. It's that constant reframing the way in which we think. And it's... And I'll put it like this. Like, this has been a big piece of my week.
Guys know about it.
Yeah, of course. A big piece of my week of just remembering not to take things personally. Like, there's a... Here, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story.
Sure, let's hear it.
It's one of my favorites. It's about so one day in a quiet village. Man, I'm overthinking smoking a cigarette, but this is human authentics. This is me, like it or not. I don't condone it, but if you smoke, you smoke. All right? So the story goes, the Buddha was walking with his disciple through a quiet village. And as they walked, they passed a group of people, and a man scoffed and said, "There goes the lazy beggar, the one that teaches people to do nothing." And the disciple turned red with anger, ready to respond. But the Buddha kept walking. And so they continued their voyage through this quiet village, and they passed another group of people. And a man spoke out and said, "There goes the enlightened one, a light in this world." And the disciples smiled. But the Buddha kept walking. Same peace, same calm, same pace. And the disciple finally asked the Buddha, "Why do you respond the same to both praise and criticism?" And the Buddha responded, "If someone offers you a flower, but you do not take it, to whom does it belong?" And the disciple responded, "To the one who offered it." And the Buddha responded as, then let the praise and the insults stay with those who give them. We are not here to collect opinions, only peace. And they continued through their voyage through the small and quiet little town. But basically, long story short, don't take things personally. Life's too fucking short.
Be your authentic self.
And treat your body. I mean, I ain't a saint. I ain't perfect. You can tell if you haven't told by now. But you know, the attempt and the, I used to say intention, but now I say free expansion, because intention implies tension. There doesn't need to be any tension to freely expand. But treat your body as a temple. Treat your body like a temple. I had a buddy back in Kansas City who told me that once, and I thought he was crazy. But he had long hair. So I listened. What can I say? But,
with that being said, stay weird. Tell me more about that.
Stay weird.
Because you do say that often. And I love that.
Well, it comes from Old English, actually, and it was originally spelled W-Y-R-D.
Weird.
Weird. Stay weird. But my interpretation of it and the way I implement it into my life consistently is that it's raw, it's unfiltered, it's good without definition, no need for a label. It just is. And so staying weird isn't this like, oh, to try to, I mean, you do stand out, but it's not with the free expansion of staying weird. Oh, I gotta stand out and make myself be known and you know, say something outlandish for people to listen, but rather simplify things. I always try, you know, it's easy to over-explain, but just be you. I think that's the biggest part of human authentics, of what we're building here, is just be you. Find you again. Going back to earlier, ooh, look at the hawk. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah, I did. At
Big
least that's what I'm
that
seeing,
might be
too.
an owl. I don't know what that is. It looks like an owl. Wisdom. And I've also heard from certain native beliefs that it is the welcomer of death. I found that out after I got it tattooed on my neck. But hey, stay weird, be you, and I don't know. Anything you wanna close with, or?
I think you hit it on the nail. Be you. Love yourself. Treat your body like a temple as best as you can, as I'm smoking this black and mild. But never lose sight on that. Take time for yourself. Go outside with a buddy of yours in the woods by the lake.
If you can even see us by now. But...
Yeah. No, I think that was good.
Yeah.
That was really good, my friend.
Well, thank you.
I love you, brother. I'm proud of you.
Love you, dog.